as I said, hey guys, this is Jennifer. I'm going to be talking to you guys about a trip that I took to China with my mom last June or last July. So the first place we went, or the first place I'm going to talk about is in Shihan. It's the mausoleum of the first emperor. And I know it says parking lot, but it's kind of hard to find um, unless you navigate yourself to the parking lot, actually. But when we zoom in, actually, what's first cool about China is you can see all of their roads are kind of in circles, and then there's streets going out from there. So I thought that was pretty interesting. We'll start off with that. So the mausoleum of the first emperor. I'm sure you guys have heard of the terracotta soldiers. So you have to park here, and then you have to walk through this garden. You walk here, here's the entrance, and then you have to walk through the garden all the way to the back. But once you get there, it's really cool. So you can start to see some of the soldiers here. One of the most interesting things I found is that none of the soldiers are the same. They're all different. They all have different faces, different body types. There's just some pictures outside. That's me pretending to be a soldier. But so this is where they call it the infirmary or the hospital for the soldiers. But it's where they uncover all of them. This is where they take them. This is one of the first areas. There's 3 separate areas that you can go to. This is the first one. You can kind of see the soldiers here. You can't really see it in these photos, but you can kind of see it here. They're all different. Every single one of them, even the horses. Some of them are tall, some of them are short, some of them are wider, some of them have different facial expressions and different clothes on. But it was just to be like a representative of all of the people. This one was one of my favorite just because of how well it's preserved. Also, another really cool thing to note about this was how, there's the picture of the long first one, is how that I have generals, they have sergeants, they have warriors, they have all different kinds of soldiers represented that would have been part of the emperor's army. So I thought that place was really cool. And the second place we're going to go to is the Giant Panda Breeding Research Base. So if we zoom all the way out, this is in a total different part of the country. It's west in the Sichuan province. So at the Sichuan province, this is my favorite place on earth. This is where we got to see baby pandas. So there's a picture of the first one. I know it seems kind of sad that they're in a cage, but I kind of thought about it as if I was in the cage, because you can see he has a little door to go out into his yard. They're all really well taken care of at the breeding research base. It's quite extensive, but what I did was I volunteered. I guess you could call it that. You pay some money and you can help feed them, you can make them food, you can play with them, but mostly it's to clean up their places, but I didn't mind doing that. So you get this shirt and they give you gloves and everything. There's another one of the guys, just kind of hanging out. They have toys for them. See, like I was in their cage cleaning their poop and they were outside, but I had the best day of my life. They're just relaxing. They're so happy there. They all have really big places to live. Some of them are together, some of them are separate, but they kind of check all of the different temperaments, and that's how they decide. So the first one that I showed you, or this guy right here, he has a friend. They call him the twins, but he's kind of right here. He's hiding. They're not related at all, but they're the same exact age, and they're very friendly with each other. This is the panda that I actually got to hold. You have to sanitize yourself because a human gave a panda some bacteria and it died, so that was really sad. And now they're just super protective because I'm not sure if any of you know, but all of the pandas in the world are owned by the Chinese government. They're all on lease, regardless if they are born here, in Australia, China, Japan, anywhere. They are all property of the Chinese government. This panda was born in the San Diego Zoo, so they let me feed it because I'm from California. And they had such a good time talking to me about it. But this ice block right here is what the pandas lay on because it's so hot. So they just lay on it, relax on it, they come up, they eat, hang out, have a good time. These are the panda cakes we made. They're made out of corn, soybean, and vegetables. There's a guy playing in a tree. That is a baby panda. So when they're babies, they have little rat tails and they're all pink. There's a little bit older one. And that's me being really excited that I actually got to go to the research base. So cool. A third and final place we're going to go to is the Museum of Shanghai. Now, I really liked this place because let's zoom in first, kind of encompassed all of my trip and seeing everything and all of the coins and the costumes and the decorations and the practical things they used and how well preserved they are. It was really great to see. So this was some traditional clothes that a woman would wear. This is a necklace and some more different jewelry. This is a piece of jade. So I took a lot of pictures of rams and sheep when I was there because in the Chinese zodiac, my birthday falls in the year of the ram. So just kind of seeing that everywhere was really cool to me. This was a chair that is all carved out of one piece of wood. The attention to detail in there is amazing. Some watercolor. Another piece of jade. Not all jade is green. This was a Buddha statue. This was a cup, or it looked like a cup. I don't think they would have used it as a cup. It was more of an art piece. I also really love dogs, so every time I saw a picture of a dog, I took one. But that was another statue carved out of jade. Another statue. Another Buddha. This was a pot, so they said they used this for cooking somehow. It was with all the cookware and the kitchenware. These are knives. They were used for cutting and they were used for protection. The Chinese didn't really fight with knives, more of like their bodies and other materials, but not really with knives. And this is not at the museum, but it's kind of down by the river. These are all the lights that you see. I couldn't get a great picture of them at night, but this is what the famous Shanghai skyline looks like. Thanks for listening.